tuned in to www.oghuskyradio.com, broadcasting live from the east side of the Vermont Arts District every Thursday night. East side Los Angeles to the beautiful South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You already know, man. Been holding it down with y'all cats for a while. Everybody out there, the history you guys have out there. But go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
I'm Poet 1 TWA CCA crew.
TWA, what is TWA?
TWA stands for Third World Artist.
Damn, what's the third world, dog?
You know, third world, man.
It's not no more though, dog, because South Central is now South LA, so they like took out the bad connotation, no?
Well, you know, for the OGs, it's always going to be South Central, you know.
Third world artist. And then a crew that when I started studying the history, man, the history of Los Angeles art was CCA, man, and that's one of the crews. Like, though, what year are we talking CCA from what you know it to be?
Wow, like we're talking about like 1982, man. 1982.
So anybody out there that's studying art and doesn't know about CCA, you got to dig deeper, because ask any cats, they know about CCA. And what does CCA stand for?
CCA stands for Quote Crush Artist.
Word up, man. So, man, you don't look that old, dog. We talking to some, like, you know what I mean? We ain't talking to old man out here, are we?
Oh, man, you know, 43 years old, man. You know, just turned 43 in May.
Word up, man. You a writer, bomber, piecer? What do you think you are?
Well, we did all that. You know, I consider myself, I bombed, I pieced, you know, I went writing and stuff like that. I consider myself like a teacher, man, you know, teaching the youth, showing the youth the right way, you know.
The right way of what? And what are you doing? Well, we'll get into the Vermont Arts District, but like in terms of, let's keep it in terms of art, you know what I mean? What are you teaching them that they don't know about street art? Or
as far as like, you gotta know your history, you know what I mean? The history, and you can't, you know, like pieces going over bombs and stuff like that. You have a lot of cats out here right now just tagging up on some beautiful murals, and you know, when you confront them, they really don't know what's going on, you know what I mean? They're like all shook, you know. And then when you know, you just
where did that fall apart then? Like, how did that fall? How did that not get passed on? Like, because you're telling me out there you had a teacher.
Yeah,
and we'll get into that. But how does this generation now not get that? Where did it fall off? Do you know? Or it's not, fuck it, I ain't even trying to put the blame, I just want to fix it?
Yeah, pretty much, you know what I mean? Pretty much, yeah, just fix it.
Who was your mentor, man? Who looked out for you?
It was a cat named Mesher, man. Back in 1982, he took me under his wing, you know. I was just a little kid in the neighborhood breakdancing along with another breakdancing crew. I seen his artwork on the cardboard on where we used to breakdance on, and I was like, wow, that shit is hard, you know. So he invited me to his pad. I went to his garage. His whole garage was all pieced up, you know. And from there, I was just like blown away. I was just taken away, you know.
Facebook at King Poet LA, Instagram Poet LA. Once again, Facebook King Poet LA, Instagram Poet LA. 1980 then, what got you in it, or who did you see up then in 1980, man?
Basically in 1980, I got to see like Mesher, a dude named Streak Ski was you know, hitting up around the area, Garfield, and you know, and pretty much that's what I first got to see.
And being from that early time in Los Angeles, what are some of the crews you've been down with, affiliated with, assisted, or you know what I mean in that terms, you know, because that's a lot of LA hit. I mean, going back to CC5, dog, you know, but like let out all the other crews you've been down with and shit.
Well, I was down with OFA, you know, back in 1988, 89. I formed a crew along with my homeboy Pride. It was called UNC Under No Control. We had Chico and Bruin that went all city. You know what I mean?
Definitely learned that shit, man.
That was pretty dope, man. They were young back then. They were killing everything, man. Yeah.
Because I was never involved in that kind of stuff, but I did a lot of reading about it, like studying. But if I remember, it was Under No Control, right?
Yeah, it was Under No Control, man. That was us, man. Wild kids from South Central, man.
Yeah.
Just wrecking shit.
So OFA, UNC.
And then after that, I hooked up with Mozart from KWS. I got a good experience with that. You know, Mo brought me back to the table. You know, I got to give him out a shout out. What's up, Mo?
Yeah.
You know, that's my boy right there. After that, got into Soul Kings, along with Mark 7, Create, Rodder, Pierce, Ruler.
And man, so can we put you down, or would you ever be with crews that ain't South Central, dog? Or, you know what I mean? That's just not how you were raised and shit. Because now, like, kids, you know what I mean? Like, South Central cats will get put on, like, Hollywood crews, you know what I mean? Like, that's not how it was done, or how did that change?
Well, I mean, it's like, I got in crews because of my, I'm always in that area, you know what I mean? I damn near live in that area. But, as far as keeping, like you saying, having cats from different areas, yeah, man. TWA, we're in Germany right now.
Word up.
We're in Japan right now. We're in Paris right now. You know what I mean? So, or even in France, Leon with Don. Word up to Don, you know what I mean? And us out here in South Central, man, rocking our shit.
Wonderful, wonderful. With that, man, you mentioned Mo, and he had a influence or assisted you in putting you on track, or however you want to put it. But how though, and what that I want you to tell that story. You know what I mean?
Man, I was on the computer one day because I kind of like stopped painting for a while. I started working a lot. I have to do the family thing. So in '97, I just kind of like, I'm gonna retire for a minute. But I was always watching everything going on. You can never ever forget anything. You always got to keep watching. And what you call it? I got a 50 millimeter one day.
Yeah.
And I started seeing everybody talking and on the forum and everything. So I was like, damn, okay, I know that cat. Okay, I know this cat. I'll go, oh shit. So Mo was on, I guess he was online, and I hit him up. He invited me to come down, and we met up on Florence and on Western. And from there, man, we just started like talking, showing each other's designs, and it was just that passion. We had the same passion. We wanted to do certain things that, and we just got together and we just started killing shit, man.
So there it is. Once again, OGHuskyRadio.com, Facebook, King Poet LA, Instagram, Poet LA. Now that's the history behind Poet. You know what I mean? But man, you have this wonderful thing going on, and for all the people with money out there in South Los Angeles, it's safe to go out there. It's not South Central, it's South LA. You could go out to what is that, Vermont and 93rd?
Yeah, 93rd.
Oh, it's a beautiful area, nice scenic views. You guys could come out here and enjoy the artwork. That's the political side, homie. Beautiful South Central LA, homie. You're doing a beautiful thing out there, man. You got the Vermont Art District, and what is it? Actually, who started? Let's get let everybody know out there, because everybody driving knows, like, man, this ain't like, you know what I mean? It ain't Bubsky's backyard and the homies come and chill. Like, this shit's like way bigger than that. You have main streets, alleys already. Go ahead, talk about it, dog.
The history of the Vermont Art District, it goes way back to like '84. We had two guys from local artists. Well, actually, let me just start this off. A guy by the name of Snake Doctor. A lot of graffiti artists know who Snake Doctor is. He had that building there for a while. The two guys that were around the area was my homeboy Romeo, my homeboy Alone One. They were the first ones to rock that building. After that came Double Vision with Blast 69, Shark, Decoy.
Those are East Los cats, right?
Yeah, man. They came and laced that building.
Okay.
And then about a year later, the Def crew came, doing everything fresh. I mean, you had Mark 7, you had Sphere, which is OG Abel, Rest in Peace Clever, Sinner, Mr. Cartoon, which was he was rocking
Flame, no?
Flame, yeah, Flame 1, sorry about that. Yeah, Flame 1, they came and rocked the building. And then after that came CCA, and they rocked it. And after that, it was just left alone for a long time. They had different owners coming, different businesses coming around. So
how did Poet get involved? Where do you come in, and where does the Vermont Art? I mean, we have the history of those having blessed those walls, but how did you become involved in?
Just walking one day around the neighborhood, and I was just like like going through memory lane, and I was just looking at the walls and still picturing the pieces on that wall. And I just walked up to the owner and I just asked him, hey, can we get some of this wall space, and he was kind of like saying no at the beginning. So I went home and grabbed some pictures, showed him some pictures, and told him the history. So after that, he kind of gave us the blessing to rock the walls. And then after that, you're painting walls. Some more people from the area came in like, well, can you do our walls? Because the walls were all infested with gang rioting, and people were coming and crossing each other out. Kids were getting shot on the corner. You know what I mean? Now that we have the artwork there, I mean, people are literally walking with their kids. I mean, I walk with my kids around there. You know what I mean? I hang around there, so it's like it's a cool place to be, man. Nobody's, if you're there to do your artwork and there for just to chill, no one's gonna mess with you. If you're looking for trouble, you know how it is.
Yeah, don't forget you're in South Central. You will find trouble if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
But if you're looking here's what it is though, man, and like a lot of cats, I don't think they understand this. Like, these are legal walls, dude, and you don't have just one building. How much space do you have now? And it's still expanding.
Yeah, we have about 4 city blocks hit. We have a long alleyway, probably about a block long of alleyway. We have a yard, 4 walls within that yard. Actually, 5 walls within that yard, 50 feet high, maybe 100 feet long. I mean, and it's growing. I mean, more people are getting involved. More artists are coming down.
Now, check this out. This dude grew up in South Central. He ain't left, did not leave. He's still there. And he's making his neighborhood look better. And with that, helping the community through art. That's why, like, art has so much power. But I want you to explain, like, how do you make these walls legal? So, like, I want everybody throughout the hood just to, like, take this initiative, dog. You know what I mean? Like, for what you're doing is big.
I mean, all you have to do is like really just go talk to the owner, show them some of your artwork, tell them that that you will adopt the wall, and if anybody comes and defaces it, that you will come and just fix it. I mean, you know what I mean? And sometimes they want to see their name up on the wall. Sometimes some of the owners come out and they get all happy because you do their name, and you know how that goes.
Yeah, so I mean, you patrol your spot once it's up. You keep it rocking, and if you can't come back and patrol it because you're not in the general area, then there's artists right behind you that are willing to keep it up, and that's the thing. With that though, with it being murals, and I don't want to like. There's always a transition, and Poet's not saying this. This is Bubsky OG Husky Radio saying this. There's a transition, and anyone out there, if you're an active bomber, you want your name to rock, dog. Let's not fucking sugarcoat it. And the best thing you could do is, like, if we give you a spot and your name could rock and you just got to patrol it and do it. But what I'm getting at is that you can offer people a Main Street, you know what I mean, view. You know, what would in any other terms would be a hot spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
you could offer them a hot spot, Vermont, in South Central, and they could come and they could take as long as they want.
Yeah, basically. I mean, sometimes we got people that are like bombers. They ain't never been to a place like that, and they're like going super fast, and I'm like, chill out, dude, it's all good, man. Chill out. They're like,
so you don't want no ghost fields.
Nah, man, no ghost fields.
No
man.
ghost fields.
No
Take your time, dog.
Yeah, take your time. It's all good,
But with that, man, anyone looking to get involved or looking for a place to paint, usually open on the weekends, and please hit them up, and definitely you want to be out there when they're out there doing it, so that.
Of course, I mean, the police already know who we are as far as the artists, not individually.
Yeah.
Just as far as seeing someone painting on the walls, they never mess with us. Usually they'll just come by, nod their heads like good work type of stuff, and then they just roll off. I mean, it's a good place to be, man. A good environment, good place to meet other artists. I mean, if you're there to learn, I mean, come down, man. It's a good place to be at.
Facebook, man. At King Poet LA, King Poet LA, Instagram Poet LA. Hit them up. With the murals, no sex, gun, violence allowed on the walls, right?
Yeah.
Drugs either, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just so y'all know, like, you know what I mean? And that's just obviously because these are community walls, and then, you know what I mean? It is for the community. And if you really want to see that shit, I don't think we need to draw it on the wall. We see that shit every day, so.
That's right.
Once again, OGHuskyRadio.com. Anyone can hit them up. Man, the biggest, you have like 50-foot walls, 100-foot walls, alleys,
storefronts.
How far is that art district going to go, man?
Man, we're going to try to just keep going and going and going till we can't go no more. You know what I mean?
Now, everybody that's listening out there, And everyone, we always say fuck for the love of hip hop here on OG Husky Radio, because people do fucking line their pockets, you know, when they do some stuff. But I want everybody out there to know that people like this still exist and are still doing it, man. How much money do you make doing this? Because you have all these kids coming to peace. I'm sure like you have mad sponsors that are like, oh, you're keeping kids off the street and you're promoting art. How much money do you make off of this, dog?
Zero. I do it for the love, man.
So
Zero.
do you hear that? So when artists, if you're rapping and you're saying you're doing it for the love, and you're scratching and you're saying you're doing it for the love, you're not on Vermont and 93rd on a fucking Sunday posted up. You know what I mean? Having these kids you don't even know come and paint in your hood and being on your path, and you know what I mean, and mentoring and guiding. So I mean, honestly, just consider when you use a term like that, because there's people like this that I hear it and I take highly offense to it when you know what I mean, they saying for the love, and you ain't doing that shit for the love, you're doing that shit for your ego. There's cats like this that are actually doing this. Anyone involved in any non-profit organization, man, even if you could get buff paint, the most minimal stuff you could do will definitely help something like this prosper. Dude, he's not even like on a non-profit team. He's like, nah, I just want a paint place for people to come paint.
That's what's up.
Man, I like to just say keep up the good work, man, on behalf of OG Husky Radio, man.
Thank you for having me, man.
And it's an honor to have you come through, man.
Oh, thank you.
But once, you know, right now everybody's gonna hear this interview, they're gonna fucking send you millions and millions of dollars, you know what I mean? and get that shit cracking. Are you gonna move out of there? Like, fuck it, it's time to move, you know what I mean? Like,
nah, man, I've been there for like over 33 years, man. I'm not going nowhere, you know what I mean? I've been to different places around the world, but it's nowhere near to when I feel like when I just want to come home. I'm like, that's home for me, man, you know what I mean?
Then I always ask artists, and if I don't get asked this, is there a graph scene? Is there such thing as a graph scene?
Man, you know, I'm like already old, so I'm not really out there like that anymore. As far as, you know, I do pay attention and stuff. It's kind of like on a minimum low, you know what I mean? It's not like in the 90s and the 80s when this shit was all over blowing up. You know, they're giving people time, and a lot of people don't want to do time. Some people just want to paint legally, you know. It's to me, it's just kind of slowed down.
Yeah, but there is such a thing, or like, nah, it's just me and the homies drinking, painting and stuff. Or
no, there's a graph scene, man.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, there's a graph scene. Yeah.
From the 80s to now, what has changed?
The internet. We didn't have internet, you know what I mean? Back then, if you heard about a piece, you would want to get on the bus and go look for it, you know, take pictures and, you know, that kind of stuff. Now it's just easy. You can just log on and find anything.
Did that help, or did it mess up graph?
Well, you could say both, man. You know what I mean? It takes the adventure of it off, where you got to go look at the yards and go check it out yourself. The good, I mean, people can literally profit from it, as far as, you know, the artists showing their artwork, getting into galleries and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
With that too, I don't get it twisted, y'all. I try to stay away from the word graffiti only because when it's presented to people love to shy away from it. So I do refer to it as art. But especially kids, man, especially kids, if you're looking for a place to paint, Facebook at King Poet LA. You don't even have to use aerosol, man. You could come out here with paintbrushes, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make that known, like, because, oh yeah, y'all about graph, y'all about doing, like, no, we about art, and we about doing whatever it takes to get you off these damn streets, you know what I mean? And like,
that's what's up.
I'm sure you've lost a lot of people because of it going the wrong way.
Oh yeah.
So now, as a teacher, as a mentor, I appreciate what you're doing for the youth. Keep up the good work, man.
Thank you.
And like I said, hit them up. King Poet LA on Facebook, Instagram at Poet LA. 93rd and Vermont.
Yeah.
In the beautiful city of South Central Los Angeles.
That's
we do not call it South LA, homie.
Nah.
What would you say? Anybody over 30 maybe does it? Nah, 25 on like.
Nah, probably like in their 30s.
Yeah.
30s
like
and up. It's South Central.
It's South Central, and it'll always be South Central. 4 city blocks, 1 alley, and 1 yard. What more could you ask for, man? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man.
And definitely everybody out there rocking the Hot Boy stuff, man. You got a spot where you could actually take time, you know what I mean? But you will have to patrol your spot, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man.
You know, and with patrolling your spot, I would please ask you for you to flex hard if we gonna get you on the main street right there.
Gotta flex.
You know what I mean? Please flex. You know what I mean? Like,
gotta flex.
if you go, you know, I know it's used to the hot boy ghost fields, but if we gonna get you on the main street, this, honestly, man, like, it should be a progression. It doesn't have to be a progression, but if you're able to present it in that way, present it in that way. You know what I mean? Thank you for coming through. Any shout outs before we cut out, man?
Oh yeah, man. I want to give out shout outs to all the writers in LA, man. To all my boys in my crew from TWA, man. To CCA, man. Shout out to the Soul Kings. Shout out to my homie Jinko right here in the house, man. You know. Shout out to my wife Pink 135er. And that's it, man.
All right, real quick. How do you know Janko, man? Like,
oh man, Jinko's one of my boys from TWA, Jizza. That's his boy, and he introduced me to Jinko, and from there we just became friends, man. He's a cool guy, man. Really down to earth, man.
Yeah, you don't know him that good, dog. Wait till you know what I mean? Jizza, hit me up, dog. What's cracking, homie? You need to get on this interview tip, dog.
Yeah, G, man. Come down, man. You know.
OGSK Radio, stay posted. DJ Top Rank Live.